Bloodbeat is about a family in Wisconsin who gets attacked by a samurai ghost. Points for creativity, but why a samurai and why Wisconsin? Well, I watched the whole movie, and I still have no clue. Alright, let's start at the beginning. We first meet Gary and Kathy, a seemingly normal couple. Gary's a pretty chill guy, but Kathy, well, Kathy's got some issues. She has these visions, she paints weird abstract art while listening to classical music, and it only gets worse from there, believe me. Kathy's kids are coming home for Christmas break. Her daughter, Dolly, and her son, Ted. Well, who's the third girl? Why, that would be Ted's girlfriend, Sarah. She seems pretty normal to me, but Kathy straight up does not like her from the start. Sarah's shown to her room, which might just be the strangest thing about this movie. Why is there a tiny pole in the middle of the room? This can't be for support. What is it, a stripper pole for a cat? They talk about how weird Kathy is, and, well, she's not wrong. Then they get to knocking boots. Literally. A little later, the whole family goes out for a hunting trip. But just as they're about to fire the killing shot, Sarah jumps up and screams, scaring the deer away. No! She takes off into the woods and everyone chases after her. I'm sure to help calm her down and help her out, but I like to think they're hunting her now. Just take a wild guess what happens next. Did you think a random dude was gonna pop out of nowhere and die in Sarah's lap? Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. They call the cops, take the guy away, and it's never brought back up again. Cool. We see Kathy's going deeper and deeper into her delusions, which at this point Gary can't take anymore. While she goes back to painting, Sarah opens up a trunk. Where it came from is anyone's guess, but inside she finds a full-blown samurai suit, complete with sword, which Sarah cuts herself with. Now, I'm not sure if that's what brings back the samurai, if it's blood on the blade, or if it just happened. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it did happen, because it looked like it was all just a dream. But either way, we're finally about to see our ninja ghost samurai. The first to be attacked is Uncle Pete, who just ditched his car. After a bad 8-bit version of the Jaws theme, he's attacked. And, interestingly enough, Sarah feels this, like a psychic connection. The neighbors are next, and once again, Sarah reacts. Downstairs, the rest of the family are dealing with their own problems. The house starts to shake, lights flicker, and it looks more like a poltergeist attack than a samurai. But hey, maybe they're one and the same. After the radio and phone catch on fire, things start being thrown at Gary, and it ends up being cans that knock him out. Ted tries to get to Sarah, but a blue light stops him. Eventually, the samurai attacks him through the wall, and they're forced to leave Sarah to her own devices. Kathy musters up the courage to confront the spirit, and it does look like she has some sort of psychic powers. She's at least strong enough to put a stop to all of this. Quite the attack. It honestly felt more like the climax of the film. Everyone's still alive, Gary's a little beaten up, Kathy still won't divulge what she knows, and then Dolly goes to bed. But what about Sarah? Well, I guess she's doing just fine. If it's not clear yet, every time the samurai kills, Sarah has an orgasm. Hey, I don't make the samurai ghost rules, I'm just telling you what happens in the movie. The next morning, I guess Dolly's out in the woods wandering around, where she too gets attacked. Is this the samurai's POV? It seems like quite the disadvantage. He can't see a thing. He probably just wants glasses. She runs off, everyone's out looking for her. The music sounds like someone banging on a trash can. They hide behind a log, and when the ghost is close, Gary attacks, seemingly killing it. I doubt it, but at least they have his clothes now. They show Kathy that they got it, and she tells them to burn the suit. But Gary knows that he needs to at least show it to the cops, which is kind of stupid. They're gonna know it's a cheap Chinese knockoff of a real samurai suit. But okay. Sarah's left alone in her room for a bit and uses her powers to light a picture on fire. Ted sees this and freaks out, so she launches him across the room. So she's the bad guy? Yeah, she's the bad guy, all right. Kathy and Sarah, now in full samurai form, use their powers against one another. Gary comes in at the wrong time and gets impaled, so that sucks. Then Kathy's, frozen? Mummified? I don't really know. Just then, Ted and Dolly team up and use their psychic powers, or at least make a bunch of funny faces, which seems to be the samurai's weakness. And after one final funny face, the samurai and Sarah are vaporized. What? Okay, so from what I gather, Sarah is the reincarnation of some samurai. In a sick twist of fate, she started dating Ted, and when he introduced her to his mother, who has special powers, she sussed her out. But Ted also has those powers, so I don't know why he started dating her in the first place. Maybe he's not as strong as his mom, or maybe he was just super horny and wanted to get some. That'd make more sense. Even the title of the movie doesn't make any sense. Bloodbeat? What's that got to do with a ghost samurai? Well, the director himself said it's a reference to your heart beating when you're high on drugs. Now it's all coming together. I'm sure copious amount of drugs were consumed while making this movie. Maybe if you watch it high, it would all make sense. I kind of feel bad because even the creator of the film admits he's not a director and was hoping everyone would just improvise. I mean, at least he tried, and he came up with something completely original. It does take a while for the samurai to show up, and the lead up to it can get boring, but I'll admit the music helps, and the cinematography's not bad. There's some shots that are pretty cool. Bloodbeat is like staring into a fire. It's mesmerizing and you can't look away. Inevitably, you'll watch it until the end and think, what did I just waste my time watching? And then in a couple years, you'll think about it and once again sit down to watch it. It has that alluring effect on the viewer. And for that reason, I give Bloodbeat 2.5 cat stripper poles out of 4.